friends of EWTN, I wish you a cordial welcome.
From the rooftops, proclaiming the message of the gospel in modern times. On April 27th, the EWTN Vatican Bureau hosted its 4th edition of Roman Nights, an event series that brings together experts from different professional backgrounds to discuss relevant topics of life and faith.
And I'd like to look for a moment when the Christians first emerged into this Roman Empire, this world of men becoming gods, and they needed to proclaim the gospel, and they wanted to use pictures because the Romans, the Gentiles, they were people who understood pictures. And so from the very beginning, from 200 years in, the Christians began to think about how to recount a story through these images.
Art historian and author Elizabeth Lev was joined by Father Jose Maria La Porte, a professor at the Pontifical University of the Holy Cross, and Michael Warsaw, CEO of EWTN. All three agreed that the Church mustn't be afraid to make use of the various communications media to proclaim the gospel.
The pandemic has, in a way, been a wonderful opportunity to show the breadth and the depth of Catholic media and the ability of the Church and Catholic entities to use media platforms to reach out and to reach people. You know, we made a special emphasis on liturgy and devotions and things that would really support people in this moment of need. Have web content.
The CEO of EWTN said that the pandemic showed the importance of media as being a way for the Church to connect to people.
One of the things that we heard from people in all corners of the world was just how in this moment of despair, in this moment of loneliness and isolation, how coming to the EWTN platforms, whether they were watching television or listening to radio or watching a social media feed or a live stream, whatever way they joined us, they felt a connection to their fellow Catholics and people around the world. And so, in a way, it I think, helped to build a certain sense of community in a very dark hour, in a very uncertain hour, that really, I think, helped to give people hope in that time.
In this panel discussion, it became clear that priests also have a responsibility to use media for good.
What is important for somebody who is going to be a priest to learn about communication?
I would say conviction, learning, and painting. That when we talk about the faith, we are talking about the human being. In the sense, the image of God, the human being is image of God, the faith fits perfectly. And my feeling is that we need to rethink how, in some ways, to paint the faith and to communicate it again.
Media platforms play a key part in the process of re-evangelization, the participants said. In this age of big headlines and clickbait, it's hard to proclaim the truth, but Christian media in particular have an important role to play here.
Most technologies are neither good nor bad. You know, they're neutral, most. And I think what people need is that real human connection and true community.
The evening concluded with real human connection and true community during a light reception where further ideas were shared and discussed.